Installing a zipper in crochet or knitwear is usually a nightmare of wavy edges, sewing machines eating our yarn, or sloppy hand stitching that leaves visible thread. But it doesn't have to be hard. I have a hack that's gonna use a pen and a tapestry needle. You don't need a sewing machine, and it will give you that beautiful finish that your handmade garment deserves. I have my zipper here and I have my sweater all ready to go. This is going to be a half zip with a fold over collar. We're gonna take a ruler, measure how big each of my stitches are. This is gonna stretch a little bit. I think a centimeter is about perfect. Lay it on my zipper. I just use a pen and I'm just gonna start marking every centimeter. This first step is really about control. This grid that we're making is the secret to preventing that dreaded zipper wave. You'll want to do this on both sides, ensuring that they're perfectly aligned. We often think that because we're doing something by hand, it's going to be less precise, but this gives you so much control of your zipper installation. Then we're gonna take our tapestry needle. I'm gonna use this super chunky one just to prove that it really doesn't matter how pointy your tapestry needle is. I'm gonna start by threading my yarn, tie a knot at the end. And then the stitch that we're gonna use next is something called a running stitch. It's the simplest stitch in sewing, but you have perfect little guides here to help you do it. Take our tapestry needle and from the back side, go through that dot, pull all of our yarn, and then go through the next one. We want to form little loops here, so you don't want it too tight because we're going to use that to crochet off of. So as I'm going in the next underside, I'm actually going to pinch this with my thumb, make sure that it's not going to move. And just really gently pull through. Do that same thing pinching these ones and go through that next dot. And even though this is a very chunky tapestry needle, it has absolutely no problem going through this bit, which is called the zipper tape. We aren't sewing the zipper to the sweater yet. We're creating a foundation row of yarn directly on the zipper tape using a running stitch to connect your dots. Once we've gotten to the top, we have basically half of the stitches that we want on either side. So the way we're gonna fill this back in is really easy. We're gonna keep doing that same simple running stitch, but we're going to reuse those holes that we already came through. So where my last stitch ended on the back, I'm actually gonna go in through the back this time, come out the front, and then go in that stitch on either side between both of those dots. This creates a solid line of yarn on both sides of the zipper tape, mimicking a row of crochet chains or stitches that are exactly the same size as your work. We've gotten to the end, and then what having these stitches on both sides does, as we're attaching it, I can attach it to the front piece. And then if I have like a facing or an undersides to enclose everything and then make sure it's gonna fit comfortably. But when you're dealing with something like a bag where you don't mind the zipper tape showing, you can do about half of that initial foundation stitch work and just do your chunky stitch through one side and a little prick stitch through the back as you're doing your running stitch. It looks really nice, and of course, more importantly, it zips and works really well. I have one on the front here and then one on the top. This is a zipper that separates. I'm gonna have it start a little bit lower than this part here to stop the zipper from being able to come apart. The collar is gonna fold over and attach like this. The zipper is gonna sit right between here, and then it's just gonna come up really nicely into the collar and be closed between these two, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the rest of it. So cozy. We're going to switch from our tapestry needle, swap in for a hook. I'm gonna start with a size 6mm, which was what I used to join the rest of the body together, working from the wrong sides of a piece. So I have it inside out here. My lovely fruity pebble side out. Now that I know where I'm starting, I can pin my prepped zipper into the garment opening. Since we built that foundation row, we don't need to guess how to line up or where to stitch. We just need to match up the grid to the corresponding stitches. And then we start slip stitching. Go through one lower one here. I'm inserting my hook into the sweater's outside stitch, then into your yarn loop on the zipper and just slip stitching them together. You're essentially crocheting the zipper onto the body in a way that's flexible, secure, and virtually invisible. Let me show you how this turned out. The reason why we're creating our own stitches on this is so it is even with our piece and therefore will avoid curling. However, when I was making this, the collar ended up being too long on one side, so I actually stuffed a bunch of extra stitches down the back as I was joining it, which is going to make it a little bit off kilter. This is so chunky. Let's get like a good look at this zipper. Despite this side of the collar being a lot longer, it's still really nice and even. We started down here and it's not gonna come apart even though this zipper can separate. And then let me show you that facing. You can see how fabulous my seaming on this part of the collar is and on the shoulders was not. So in crochet, we'll think about weaving in ends, but when you're making a garment that has a bunch of seams, if they don't have a lining, we'll often have a facing, which is just an extra little piece that encloses the seam. So you can see here is the outer edge of my zipper tape. And then what I did is it's just joined evenly to this kind of rectangular chunk that I connected down here. It just makes sure that the zipper isn't against my skin. Everything is fully enclosed. When I put it back right side round, you're really gonna see it. Right here and right here are not actually the inside of the garments. They're another layer of facing because otherwise you would see raw zipper there. We're trying to do a basic zipper install and I'm trying to give you an easy hack, but I found it to be incredibly easy, incredibly fast, and basically like a surefire way that you're gonna be able to add functional zippers to things and have them look incredibly clean and professional. This definitely complicates it a bit, but I'm Lee. I hope this was helpful. So what do you think of this technique? Do you think you're gonna use it? Let me know below what is on your crochet to make list that you're like, this is the technique that I've been waiting for that's gonna allow you to actually make that thing and put a zipper in it. I wanna hear below. I'm not just gonna run around with it as like a chunky sweater vest, but I don't know, I might. I'm pretty much in love with this sweater. If you don't wanna miss out on the big reveal when this is done and all of the other tips and tricks, make sure you've hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any video. And of course, if you have any questions, you can either just leave them in the comments or hit me up in the crochet community, the Stitch Lab. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to crocheting with you again soon.